So it has taken me a while to make this video. Joseph and me are leaving Spelkollektivet, and we've been here for almost 2 years, so this is gonna be a big change in our lives. For over 2 months I've had the idea to make this video about what this place even is, because it might be the place that you need like right now, and I want to tell you about it. What the hell? In a nutshell, Spelkollektivet is a co-living and co-working place in Sweden, or better, the Swedish countryside. It is 2.5 hours away from Copenhagen airport and easily reachable by train. When we came here in October 2017, the house was in a different location. But since September 2018, it is located here in Väckelsång and it has space for up to 50 people. We are around 30 people right now. So why did Joseph and me almost spend 2 years at this place? First, the money. Hands down, if you live in any bigger European city, rent is probably what your money goes to most of the time. Rent at Spelkollektivet changes depending on like how long you stay and like when you come here, but usually I would say it is around 400 euros a month, and this is fairly competitive with like I would say most European cities. But now comes the best part. Everything that you need is included in the rent. What do I mean by that? By everything, I mean everything. You get breakfast in the morning, you get 2 warm meals a day, like somebody cooks food for you. You don't have to spend time cooking, you don't have to spend time shopping, you just have to show up and eat, and it's included in the 400 euro rent. You even get internet, electricity, water. They even buy the toilet paper and the shower gel for you. You can also still buy your own stuff here. You can buy breakfast stuff, you can buy things to cook and cook your own meal. There is a supermarket, but if you wanted to, you can just live here for 400 euros, not pay anything else. Number 2, and like I only have number 1, which is the money because it's so cheap, and number 2. So number 2 is the game devs. I'm gonna make this one really short, but there's just a lot of cool people in the house. Like, I've been here for 2 years. I've seen a lot of people come and go, but there's always been cool people, so I'm gonna meet other game devs and be surrounded by cool people. And come here. So now you are probably wondering, Simone, what does this magical place of wonder look like? And to that I say, let's do a house tour. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do the house tour now. I filmed this 2 months ago. Okay, so this is the outside of the house. And this is the room that you see when you first arrive. Right now it's a bit messy, because we just ordered new furniture. But then to the left. So this is the eating room, without food and without people. And recently it's been getting warmer, so and it's super warm and it's very nice. So hi, this is Simone from the future. Back when I filmed this, we didn't have this place, so now even more people can sit outside. Hooray! But it looks like shit now because it's raining, but believe me, it's super cool and nice when there's sun. So from the eating area to the dishwasher. No, I'm kidding. This is the kitchen, the homie's kitchen. This is our beautiful fridge. And this is mainly where we can just cook breakfast. If you want to cook. Because if you don't, then this is the professional kitchen where they cook the good food. But I'm not allowed in there. Yes. was only slightly creepy. What else? Oh yeah, the warmest room in the house. Which looks like this at the moment, but it doesn't usually look like this. So this is the infamous pee waterfall, which you already know if you've seen any of the videos that I recorded in here. And this is where we have all of the board games. And yeah, this is also the room where we mostly hang out in the evening and just play and drink. Mostly drink, really. So all of the board games are from the house. I think some are from the homies, but mostly it's from the house. Oh yeah, there's also, now that I'm seeing this, there's D&D sessions every couple of weeks, but it depends on who's in the house at the moment. So right now there's a lot of people that like to play D&D, so there's a lot of D&D going on, but like we had phases where there was no D&D players, so yeah, no D&D. Makes sense! Let us continue. Hello! Alright, hallway number 1 with renovations. So this is the renovated area of the house. It has, I don't know how many rooms, but on all of these doors there's rooms for the homies. And this is the area that is getting renovated. So this will be like a just sitting, chilling, reading area. And yeah, this is the renovation where there's more homie rooms being made. I actually haven't seen these. Sponsored by IKEA. What?
Let's finish the bed.
Yeah. But I have it on video that it's not finished. So should I come later when it's finished? And then film again? Okay.
Yeah, or you can finish it.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna finish it. I have important YouTube work to do. I don't have important YouTube work to do. As you can maybe hear, this is the shower. This is where you get clean, I suppose. Zoom. If we go around this corner. Ta-da! This is the second hallway. Again, these are all homie rooms, but these aren't renovated. Front section here. There's like these 2 rooms are renovated and in the rest there's people living. And I think in this nice and yellow back section there's only like 2 or 3 rooms here where people are living. Oh yeah, back there is like more rooms. And now we go down to the basement. Just keep working.
Just be normal.
Just act natural. You're doing a very good job.
You don't show any of the trash.
Oh yeah.
Where is the trash? I just blur it out.
There.
Oh,
So this is the trash. So this is the big office, and now we go to the Joshua office. It's not the Joshua office anymore.
I used to work for a couple of weeks.
So this is the
It's
empty.
empty.
The empty office.
The empty room, yeah.
Yep, we leave this room. Ta-da! Oh, and this is the quiet office, now with improved sunlight blockage. Bye. This office you probably know the most, because this is where I almost film every game jam ever. So another dark and scary corridor, and it leads into the Netflix room. So this is the room where we have all of the consoles, the big TV, all the sofas, basically for gaming and watching TV. Opposite from the Netflix room we have VR playing room and the VR, I guess, setup room. If we continue down this path. Hello! So this is the second Netflix room. Now we enter the area that is not really renovated as much. And in here we have like an esports room that exactly has room for like 5 people, but none of us use it. And I think there's kids from the town that use it. And opposed to that we have... Hello? So this is the gym. We sometimes use it. This is actually used very often. Ping pong table and gym. Let's go. Welcome to one of the creepy hallways. Like all of these doors on the right are mainly for storage. We barely use this part of the house except... Ta-da! It's so nice and bright. So as you probably guessed, this is the laundry room. We do laundry sometimes. And one really nice addition that I really appreciate is this thing. You kind of know that you're becoming an adult when you get excited about a drying room. But anyway, this is where you can just hang up your stuff and it dries. And if you want it to dry faster, you can, that back there is a fan, you can just turn it on and then it dries really fast. And it's very exciting. This is Joseph and my laundry, by the way. And this is the laundry basket. Has it become apparent that I don't know how to film a house tour video? Oh, by the way, I wish we were. But if we go up here. Stairs, 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 stairs. Oh, stairs, stairs, stairs. If we were to go up here, this is the first floor where more homies live, but I kind of just don't want to go because it's just more closed doors, so it's just not. Which brings us back to this. So yeah, that is basically the house. I think the only thing to do now is just to check if Rasmus has finished that bed. Have you finished the bed?
Yeah.
We just need to see if you assembled it or not. Ta-da! Bed. So now that you've seen the place and heard me talk about the place, you might be intrigued, but you still don't know like what to do here. And I had the same problem before coming here and also before getting more into game dev, that I had no idea what it meant to come here. And basically, if you're only paying 400 euros a month and everything else is taken care of, and you're surrounded by other motivated people, you can really focus on getting into game dev, and it allows you the financial freedom of just, yeah, existing and doing what is fun to you, if that makes sense. To give you guys kind of an insight of what my life has been like here. I also filmed what a typical day in my life at Spelkollektivet looks like. Usually I get up in the morning around 7 or 8 and then head down to the office to spend some time alone. I use those 2 to 3 morning hours before everybody else gets up to focus on drawing, language learning, or listening to audiobooks. Afterwards I start working on either client work, company work, or, like on this day, my private stuff. So yeah, that's mainly the mornings. And food. Food is usually served between 12 and 12:30, and there's always a 2-week plan of what is being cooked. Wow, isn't this super exciting? Today I'm really just updating my social media, updating our social media for Do and I, adding a imprint to my website. So very boring stuff. Even if I were to work on client work, I would just like sit here and draw instead of writing text and formatting text. But this is basically what the afternoons look like. However, this afternoon, one of my housemates decided to have a spontaneous portrait drawing session with Joseph. So we also sometimes spend the evenings just playing video games, playing board games, or just watching Netflix together. There's usually always somebody that wants to watch something, so you're in good company. Good night. And that is pretty much my day. But then again, there's also days where we don't work at all. When Joseph and me came here, this was our timeout. Spelkollektivet gave us the freedom to reinvent ourselves and build up a business from the ground without any financial pressure. On top of that, it helped me escape the hamster wheel of working for clients 10 to 14 hours every day. And especially the last year, all that extra time that I've managed to free has helped me grow immensely as an artist. I even had some extra time to learn programming. And visual scripting. So why am I making this video? The truth is, I want Spelkollektivet to continue, and for that it needs new people to be interested and to move into the house. I feel it's a great place to be if you just need a break for just 1 month or even 12 months. Spelkollektivet doesn't really have anything on their website where you can see how life here is, because they just don't have the capacity at the moment to do these things. So I just wanted to show the world what it's like to be here and to live here. And if Spelkollektivet might be what you need right now, and if you're interested, I'll be down in the comments answering all your questions, and let's just talk about it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Mitzi, no. You know I can't let you in. Bye, Mitzi.
Hi, my name is Genius, and welcome to Spelkollektivet. I'm the proud owner and majority shareholder. I'm here today to give you a lovely tour of this fine establishment. Come on, let's go! This is the North Wing, one of 3 residential areas here. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. You're supposed to unlock the door.
Isn't not unlocked? I'm sorry.
Saying sorry isn't gonna unlock the f***. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. It's a bit bland at the moment, but there's plenty of space to make it your own. And would you look at all these rooms? Laundry. Outside, there's plenty of luscious, spacious grounds, nearby forests, and even a fire pit. Let's take a look.
That's great, but come on back. There's more house to see.
Hey, are you coming?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Did I mention we're all athletes?
These balls. I forgot about that.
So come on down, stay a while. You're gonna love it here. My name is Binkleton, signing out. So, what do you think? Pretty good, huh? You're fired!
Welcome to Spelkollektivet, a co-working and co-living space for game developers around the world. Our aim is to provide an affordable space to eat, sleep, work, and build connections with other game devs from different backgrounds and experiences. Most residents here work in one of the dedicated co-working spaces. We have the loud office for those looking for a more social working environment, and the quiet offices for a more distraction-free environment. All areas come equipped with high-speed internet, desks, and office chairs, with the added bonus of being around other passionate people while they work on their own projects. And if you prefer, there's plenty of space in your own private bedroom. To help foster a collaborative community, we host a weekly stream, the Spelkollektivet Game Developers Conference, an opportunity to showcase what you've been working on and gain valuable feedback on your projects from developers just like yourself. Even though you might work alone, we're still a big team that always has each other's backs. But let's all remember to take some time to relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Spelkollektivet encourages a healthy balance of work and play with a number of dedicated spaces for games, board games, movies, and outside activities to participate with your fellow game devs. Speaking of game devs, let's talk to some.
Just settle in.
All right.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hi, I'm Matej Jan.
Hello, I'm Marijke. I am Megan McCurdy.
I'm Adam.
I'm Annika.
I'm Michal. I'm Jovi.
I am Belinda.
I am Theo.
I'm a composer from New Zealand.
I'm from Germany and I'm a solo game developer.
I'm from the Philippines and I'm an artist that works in the game industry.
I am an indie game developer.
I'm helping her with her stuff. Also, I help in the house.
I'm from Czech Republic and I'm the developer of Lords and Villains.
I'm from Germany and I'm an art director / UI UX designer for Hotel Magnate.
I come from Slovenia and I am a pixel artist and game developer.
I came here to focus on the development of my game and have more free time and be around the community of indie game developers to get some support from my peers.
I was already working alone on my projects and I just wanted to be part of a community and be part of a group of people that have similar interests.
I felt a little bit stagnant back at home. I wasn't getting anywhere or meeting a lot of people in the industry, so I just took the plunge.
We both thought about, hey, let's make a trip just where we can do programming. At this time we didn't know that Spelkollektivet existed, and it was a really nice coincidence that we found this place and could just work on software.
I wanted to experience what life was like living abroad. The idea of living together with other passionate game developers was really interesting to me.
I miss how my life was working from an office when I had a normal game development job, but I still want to work on my game, and so being here is the best of both worlds. I can work on my game and be in an office with other game developers, and it's even better because we also live together, and it's really nice to have like-minded people around you.
I came here because a friend of mine, Annika, she went here before and she told me about this place and was like, "You're sure this is real? Are they not selling you organs or something?" Like, no, it's real. It's really awesome. And then I decided, damn, I'm gonna come here. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it is.
One of the most surprising to me was how good the food is. And it has great variety, so we have normal and vegetarian options. And I actually became vegetarian while being here because I was thinking about it already before, but I'm too lazy to prepare it, and here somebody does it for you, and it's...
The community is amazing. Here are so many people with totally different experiences, and you can learn from every single one of them something special.
The people, I think. I wasn't expecting to make so many great friendships here, and along with working with those friends, it's been really cool.
I like a lot of things and it's very hard for me to pick one that would stand out the most. I think above everything it would be the people that I'm surrounded with, because I think they are very like-minded and very accepting and supportive. So I feel like home here, and that's what I like the most about this place.
For more information, check out our website for the latest prices and details, or join us on Discord where you can ask more questions from us directly.
Oh shit.
Oh, good.
Is there any music?
It's gonna get very loud.
Too loud.
Turn it down before it switches to...
It's in the OBS, nothing was played.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't have music. Is it the saxophone? I think so.
Du kan presentera mig som första talare.
We're waiting for everyone. It's gonna take a while, I guess. There's a lot of people living here. Did anyone ping everyone? Yeah. New song. No, it's the same song. This one. Yes. Should I start?
From the coconut family, there are so many uses of the coconut tree. You can build a bigger house for the family. All you need is to plant the coconut. He gets the fruits,
Okay, I guess I'm gonna start because we are not waiting. And welcome to SQC. With your lovely host. It's Swedish. It doesn't say Johanna, but that's my name.
You asked me to write. But only if you write vad du heter.
That was not fun. I wanted you to write something fun. Okay. Show your stuff. Yes. And James is gonna go first.
Oh shit.
Bye. Soon, when he's back, he's gonna. We have had a gingerbread house making competition, and we have had a voting going on for a week, and now James is gonna present the top 3, I think.
Get away.
There's a cable here.
Get away.
What?
Disappear. All right, boomers. All right, let's see if I can find the thingies here. So we're gonna showcase the top 3. We're gonna start off with number 3. Yeah, it looks a little bit broken for those of you at home, but it used to be a very nice merry-go-round, and then some dinosaur fucked it up. So for position number 3, Sophie and Christian. Woo! And then on position number 2, we have Mareike with her toy store. Woo! And thanks to some healthy cheating, no, some well-deserved credit, but it is kind of cheating. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, other than that I do like every conspiracy theory, but still, here's 2 points. She made the poll. And second is, she used our brand. I mean, it's kind of cheating. But number 1 is Johanna with the Indie Quest. Woo! And to celebrate this, I'm giving you a gift. So you can make more gingerbread house.
Thank you.
With Pippi Longstocking.
Wow.
Wow, okay.
Thank
Do your
you.
victory speech.
Thanks. I didn't cheat. Okay. Yeah, I didn't cheat. What? So what would a non-cheater say?
I definitely cheated.
I definitely cheated. It feels like a trap. Okay, but yeah, now I guess we're gonna get started with the actual presentations. We have James. Are you showing today? No. Okay, then we have. Oh, next week James is gonna show stuff on SGDC. Good. But this week he's not. But we have 7. We have 7 other people showing stuff, and we're gonna start with Mikael because he's first on the list. And this time I'm gonna use a timer.
No.
Yes.
That's cheating.
No.
From a known cheater.
Just gonna make sure you're not cheating.
I'm not cheating.
That's what I should say.
I mean, Matej pointed out that technically maybe Annie should be in the victory as well because she actually designed the house.
True. Yeah, we can check.
Half of the house. Just like with the divorce. Merry Christmas! Yeah, this doesn't count in the timer, does it?
No,
right?
it doesn't. I haven't started it yet.
Okay,
Good, but earlier?
That's good.
Earlier it was quicker.
Yeah, this is normal. It's a very good game, so it takes its time, just like every good thing, you know.
Did you also add wait 1 second between loading every asset? I usually do that so I enjoy the loading bar.
Okay, I am ready, I think.
Okay, I'm starting the timer.
Okay, I should have not said that. I'm not ready. This is technically not a presentation. Anyway, so today I want to show you new foundation for clergy. We are adding another. So last time I was showing noble families, and now we are also working on clergy, so people will be able to satisfy their spiritual needs. And the way it works is that pretty much I'm just gonna add in some families, farmer, bunch of them, woohoo! And then you just go here and you click a person and you say enlist to clergy, and now you have a monk, your first monk. In this version, the way it works is the first monk that joins becomes the bishop, and the second one that joins becomes the minister. And the bishop is in charge of the chapel, and the minister is in charge of the church. And if we add somebody else, they become a monk. And these monks are then assigned to orders. So we have the order of herbalists and inscriptioners who produce books, and paper makers who make paper. And when you increase these numbers, the ministry or like the clergy automatically reassigns people to where they are needed based on the professions that they have. So we're gonna expand on this. I think in a few weeks I can show the full system, but this is the base of it. And what we have right now is also the zone for church and chapel. And I'm just gonna do the church because I only have 5 minutes for some reason. And the way this works is you build a speaking table and then bunch of benches, and every 7 in-game days, which I also happen to call Sunday, and I'm just now gonna move the time to day number 7, a few hours before. Everybody should be now going to have a Sunday service. So the whole village kind of gets up and they're gonna go listen to this guy telling them how wonderful everything is. And what Sunday service hosted, nice. So this is how it works. The same happens in the chapel, it's just separated that peasant people go to the church and nobles, including your ruling family, go to the chapel to have their own personal kind of thing because, money and stuff. And what we want to expand on this in the future is have like a donation system, so the clergy has the reputation here, which is like impacted by how much money you give them. You can also now tax people, so you go to a farm and you can say that farmers give things to you, but also to the clergy, which is important because if you're not going to do it, clergy is going to starve, and you don't want that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to show the rest of the systems when we have them ready. And last thing that I don't have time for, maybe I'm going to show it next week, is a theater. We now have a new profession with actors who have theater stage, and they make theater plays for people. So stay tuned for next week, I guess. Any questions? Yeah.
There are some people who don't go to the church, so they are non-believers, or
They are the nobles, probably. They are the ruling family who will not go to the church because they need their own chapel. Yeah. What we're gonna do in the next update is that you're gonna be personally choosing which person is the bishop and which person is the minister, and we're also adding library, and they're gonna be learning reading and writing. So before they can do any other job in the clergy, they need to learn reading and writing, and also something else which I forgot how it's called, but it's basically knowledgeable of God, kind of like education in God, and then they become initiated and become actual monks, and then they will be joined in those orders. So the whole process become way more interesting. Mm-hmm.
How realistic would it be? Like, do you have to like worry about the children?
In what way? You do have to worry about the children.
Is it Catholic?
Wow. So yeah, we've been debating this internally right now, but you cannot enlist children to clergy currently.
Oh, I wasn't talking about enlisting.
Yeah, I know. They're not gonna be even part of the clergy, so this question is answered by itself.
Okay.
That's how it is right now, at least.
Good.
Yeah. And even if we add children, there's not gonna be any other addition. Yeah, no, we're not realistic in that way.
The digital children thing.
I don't know who was first. Simon.
Is there any benefits actually having a church?
Yes, all of these professions expand your production capacities. So when we add military and criminality in the game, people can get hurt more often. So the nursery will be good because they can heal there. The inscriptioners can produce books, which they can be then put into bookshelves, which boost beauty of the houses for noblemen, and they really like that. So you're gonna have easier time making noble people happy. Sacramentality will be boosting or like enchanting your equipment, which will then give you rewards when you are paying taxes to the king because your army is also enchanted, or like their equipment is enchanted. Wine is great for tavern because then they can drink it there and have fun with it. And graveyard keeping makes managing corpses much more interesting and easier as well, if I can put it that way. Aside from that, the game kind of pushes you to do it. It's sort of a requirement, because if you're not, you're going to be punished by having your reputation going down, but you are also rewarded by having it boosted if you do everything right. Marco?
Can you edit the religion?
Edit? Yeah, name it. No, not right now. I would like to do that. Obviously, we use like symbolism of Catholic religion, but I try to avoid like calling it like that. So we're like inspired by it, and we use symbolism, and like when we're looking into history and how things have been done, we mostly look into European, Christianity in medieval times, but we're not trying to say it has to be that. So there would be a space for renaming it and making it a little bit your own. It's just out of our capacity to do it, so it's not planned.
So cannibal gods next month?
Maybe. If you donate a couple thousand euros to our cause. Yeah, James?
Will you have like requests from like the Pope as well to like donate or whatever, give things to the church?
Yeah, we have planned system for donations, so the reputation with the clergy will be driven by having the infrastructure set up so they can host this on their service. So that's like one requirement, and then you will have to be donating the money on a regular basis. and we're still too early to say how it's going to plan out, but I'm kind of predicting that the system will play out in a way that the clergy will end up hoarding a lot of gold, which is kind of weird that they never, spend it. So what we're going to do is that higher kind of people in the hierarchy will come to the village and they will collect that gold from them. But that's just like an event that happens. It's not going to be a game mechanic. Any other question? Yeah.
Yeah, Matthew's asking, will there be crusades?
No, unfortunately no. That would be a big feature. Very big.
Chance at least.
Chance? Which hunts? That's much more doable, but still not in our plan, unfortunately. But it's a good idea. I like it. It would be doable on a local scale. We could have someone who is known to be a witch, and then you have to do something about it. I'm gonna think about it. It's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Other questions? No. Thank you very much. How do I log out?
Thank you. Next is Lene. There you are. Let me know when you're ready, and I will start the time.
Oh, no. No, wait. How do I... Oh, here. Yep. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm starting.
Okay, so I'm back, and I will probably show some stuff every week about this game that we're making. So yeah, if somebody doesn't know yet, we are making a turn-based adventure strategy game in a style of Heroes of Might and Magic or Age of Wonders. And yeah, this is the game logo that I made. And I thought that I should actually talk a bit about the team. So we have Oak and me, who are leading everything. And Oak is basically the tech lead, programmer, and doing a lot of other stuff like managing and marketing and different things. And together with Oak, they are working Siim, who is a designer, Ahmed, who is a programmer, and Märta Milsart probably writing for us as well, we still hope. And I'm doing the art part, art direction mostly, a lot of the pixel art actually, and a lot of UI and marketing as well. And together with me are working Raido, who is a concept artist from the Death and Taxes team as well, and a new pixel environment artist called Sophie from France. And Adam will do some music for us now as well. And we have some ideas of getting another programmer level designer and maybe another pixel animator as well to the team. And so I'm gonna show different things every week, and this week I wanted to talk about start menu screens. So I asked around what are people's favorite experiences, and I actually learned a lot what makes a good start menu screen. It has to be atmospheric. It can be, it doesn't have to be, but it's very good. It shows the actual environment of the game. And music is super important in making a very good start menu screen. It should be either dramatic, dreamy, or uplifting. So one of these things, or even a mixture of a few of those. And it could be either calmer and moody, or very actiony that makes you feel like, oh yeah, I want to start the game. I will push the start button now. Yeah. So there are some very moody and atmospheric and dramatic ones that are really good, and took some inspiration from these. And also there are some very atmospheric and dreamy and calm nice ones like Life is Strange, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the third one is Last of Us. And if you want to, you can go to that webpage. I made a YouTube list of all of the start menu screens that were actually mentioned to me. So I made a mock-up. So there are, from our concept artist, the flags of all the factions, and basically the kind of a mood that we would want to give away. And then I gave this to our pixel environment artist, and also the color palette I gave her, and she started working on it, and we did like a back and forwards thing, and I was just giving feedback all the time. And this is the final thing currently that we will have. We will add the flags in here as well, and we will animate this all as well. So this will be the environment of the start screen. And the second thing that I just today and yesterday did was I was just putting down asset lists. I still don't know everything that we need in the game, but everything that I know that we need, I just wrote it down. It's very important. If you have a bigger kind of project, then it's super important to do this, to put this down and write everything. The green ones are done already, but we just started, and I think we are currently thinking of trying to release the earliest in 14 months. So we're gonna see how that works. But yeah, thank you. Any questions? Yes.
Did you estimate like man hours, or how, like in the asset list, how many months it's gonna take, the art side of things?
Not yet. I am going to do that next as well. But yeah, that's I basically was like in my head looking at it. We have 2 people currently on the team. Everything that is blue is for me, and everything that is purple is for our environment artist actually. And yeah, we're gonna see, and maybe if we need, we are gonna add a third color in there as well for a third person who is starting to do all this stuff. Yep.
You mentioned the Heroes of Might and Magic earlier. What is the main thing that inspired you from that game?
A lot of different things, because, for example, Oak from our team who started this project actually, he actually worked on newer Heroes of Might and Magic games, and yeah, he wants to make a new one that's better than those ones. And I really love, I was such a big fan when I was like younger, so I really love the atmosphere of it. So he is adding all of the, the strategy part for this, because he really loves that, and I'm adding all of the different magical creatures and the worlds, and we're gonna do our own world, and it's like very close to my heart, and I really want to like pass this magic that I found when I was little basically on to somebody as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I heard a rumor that you're mainly making this game to make me jealous. And my question was, it seems like the core game is 4 different castles or factions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you already planning on like, okay, if this and that happens, we will do like DLCs or expansions, and like, are you already in like thinking of that, or is the goal, okay, it's gonna be 4, no more?
Currently, it's gonna be 4. We already added some fun stuff in there. Like, for example, I made up, like, we were talking about different, so we have different races in those factions as well. So there will be 8 different hero races actually. But we really want to go with the, earth, fire, wind, and water thingy, and the balance of them. So we want to keep it 4 currently, and we don't have plans to make that bigger, but we might, because we are thinking of making, for marketing, actually making a Kickstarter campaign, and maybe do some like stretch goals for like outsourcing some stuff, and we might add some more stuff in there, but not for factions currently. We'll see how it does, of course, and what the future holds. But at first, we just want to finish this thing, and then we'll see what's gonna happen in the future.
So no different taxes faction. Necromancers.
Yeah, we could put some references in there, of course. I really love references. It would be nice. But the thing is, like, Death and Taxes is like fantasy realism, and this world is totally fantasy. So it feels kind of weird to mash these things together, but could do something totally.
Oak approves of everything you just said.
Oh, great. Glad we're on the same page. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Lene. And next on the list is Annie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will start the timer.
Yeah. I won't need 5 minutes. So. Hello everyone, I'm Annie and I'm working on The Human Story, a historical hidden object game. And this week I have been continuing to work on the concept art for the historian's office. This is where I left off last week, and this week I've just painted a little bit more here and there every day. And I'm still going to continue to, like, it's a nice task to just do on the side, or like a little bit every day, and just adding more objects in the office and thinking about what kind of person she is. And it's really nice to slowly add more of that, because it also gives me ideas about the character and the cutscene that's going to be there in the beginning, and yeah, different other ideas. And then also I have been starting to work on the 3D model of the historian itself. I made a concept art for her 2 weeks ago or so, and yeah, started to create that in 3D. And most importantly, though, I've been starting to make a Steam developer account. So I'm close to being a Steam developer, so that I can actually put the screenshots up that I made and start my Steam page. And yeah, that's in the process. And that's me. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Cool. Yep.
Did you have any inspirations for your character, the historian character?
Yes, I did, and I showed them here.
Oh yeah, these ones. Yeah. Did the dress design? Did you what was it based mostly on?
It was based on some solar punk designs that I saw, but also because in my game every level has different colors, and I wanted to show that the historian embodies all of those levels, because she has knowledge of all of them. So I wanted to make it a colorful dress, and yeah, also then the different historians from several books that I've read, and kind of mashed it all together and tried different designs, and I like this one the most. Yeah, Remy?
Will the dress become more colorful as you go through the game, as you progress in the game?
No, she will always have the colorful game. I was thinking about maybe giving the owl colorful feathers as we're going along, but I'm not sure about that yet, but the dress will stay like that. Yeah.
Is there going to be some story around the character, or is she just introduced as a narrator?
She's more introduced as a narrator. I will know some backstory of her, and one thing that I still not quite know yet is like where she's going to be born, because I feel like since it's a historical game, that's probably would have some impact, like depending on where she's actually from. I have some ideas, but I haven't settled yet completely. But yeah, it's not going to be so much about her. The owl and her have a relationship that, and the owl is kind of the student, and the owl is more the one that is doing the character arc by learning about history and and the historian, like this is one of these Sherlock Holmes Watson kind of pairs, and the historian is already like very well developed and kind of more at the end stage of the character arc. So yeah. Cool. Oh yeah.
There's a question from the chat.
Excuse me. You can do it.
A question from the chat.
Yeah.
Matej asked if the robe will have physics. He asked for floating clots in pleats.
Okay. Well, are you gonna help me with the technical part? No, I might try. Yeah, I might try.
He also adds, I guess the question is, will it be animated?
The rope?
Yeah.
How will it be animated?
How will it be?
That's a good question. I will think about it and come back to you later.
Tune in on next.
Annie's presenting. I'm just about to answer the question.
Okay. Did you have a question, James, or?
No, that was it.
Ah, cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I think that I'm next. Yes, I'm next. I'm gonna start the timer.
Yeah, no cheating.
Yeah. No, I'm not cheating. I never cheat. How do I get to the desktop? That one? No. I will do it later. No. Here we go. I found it. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna start the timer. Oh no. Okay. No. Yeah, I've been working. Oh, I'm Johanna. I forgot to say that. Yeah, I've been working on the next feature for my tech demo. And it's gonna be portals. So last week I spent all week writing this document and making a class diagram for the object architecture. I was looking at some videos and asking Matej a bunch of questions, and ended up with this. So earlier this week I started to make that in Unity, and I haven't gotten very far, but I started with making another area, and for some reason I messed up something. There we go. So over, okay, we can't see the other area from here, but this is the area I had before. It's the forest, and now I've added this portal, and later you're gonna be able to see where you can go, so you will see where you will end up through this portal. For now it's just white, and hopefully it works. Yes, it did, sort of. And now I ended up in the shore area that I started to make something, but didn't finish it because making the height map in Unity is very difficult. But yeah, the plan is that it's a shore, and there will be different things to find here. There will be a reason that you want to go through the portal and end up here. And you can't, for now you can't go back through the portal, but I still have this little reset button, so I can cheat my way back. And Oh. Oh no. I never cheat. Yeah. Oh, see, I didn't cheat. Now I could go through again. But yeah, so it doesn't work going back because it was giving me a lot of issues, and I wanted to be able to show at least going one direction in this portal. So yeah, it's very much a work in progress, but that's the plan. So yeah, from here you would then see that you end up in the forest if you go through like this portal. Yeah, I think that's it. So next week the plan is to make it work nicely to walk through, like you would come out in the right direction and continue to walk in the right direction, and you will be able to see through them. Yeah, I think that's it. Questions? Okay. Christian.
Will the camera follow through into the portal?
Christian asked if the camera will follow through the portal. I don't know. I guess it will. I guess the goal is that it will feel like you don't teleport. It will just be smooth, like you just walk through there and you end up somewhere else. I think it will help when you can actually see the place. Like the view from here would be like if you were standing here and looking here. So that's what you would see through the portal, and I hope that makes it feel like it follows through, I guess. I'm not sure. We will see. Yeah. James?
Question from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Did you add ambient occlusion? Because it looks prettier.
Yeah. Last week, Annie... well, I got help from Annie, and we had a look at the post-processing component. So there is post-processing, and we did add ambient occlusion. There is ambient occlusion. Yeah, we did. So yeah, I learned a bit about that. I haven't looked at it more since, but yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah.
If you want help later to make the nice camera like animation through the portal, that
Yeah.
can also help you with that later.
Yeah, maybe. First I'm gonna make the things that I planned for, and then I will see if I want to make more things. Because there is a lot of things that I could spend more time on, but I also want to make this. Oh, no. I also want to finish this sometime. But yeah, if I have time next week, I will.
You can always stop playing games all the time.
No. I can't. Yeah, Lena?
Can you go swimming?
Yes, I can. Look.
You mean go drowning?
No, it's swimming.
It's not swimming if you drown.
Did I look like I was drowning?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm gonna.
Can you go scuba diving?
Yes.
Yeah,
Can you fall from the plane?
Yeah. Well, it's a rope character. It's this is how they do it. It's just a rope texture on a capsule swimming in the ocean. Yes. Yeah.
You can't fall out of the world yet, can you?
I can. I think I can fall off the world. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's flying.
Hey!
Sort of fall. It's just because I guess it's because the edge was there. Yeah, I don't think I can fall. Oops. If I walk off a straight edge, I don't think I fall. I think I just walk straight off. So no falling. There is no physics in this game.
No fall, only summer.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Maybe. If that counts as a fall. Yeah, I guess that's it if there's no more questions. Thank you. I also the game. Okay, next is Theo.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Theo and I'm from the Cold Theater Studios, and we are working now on the Dark Market, an idle horror story. This is our new game with our logo, so this will be the one that we will present also through social media and in the game itself. And it's a narrative-focused horror idle clicker, in which you are the supplier of goods to supernatural investigators. And yeah, last week most of the things that were done or where we still struggle is with the monetization and to get it on to the mobile phone to make it work. So therefore there's not much to show in-game currently. We are still collecting bugs and yeah. The biggest thing that we are saying right now is that half of our team, Juan and Laura, are leaving this Saturday. So if you want to go ahead and say goodbye to them, then feel free to do so. Maybe tomorrow. And yeah, that's basically it. Are there any questions? I don't think so. Yes, Marco?
Can you go one slide back? Is it the better when showing where to stop? Next to your,
I think it's a skull, not pervert. Pervert.
Yeah,
Is that what you said? Well, like someone with a jacket or something?
Someone with trench coat.
Oh. Oh. I see it a little bit, but I think it's a skull with like a potion.
Like the Resident Evil merchant.
Now,
What you buying? What you buying, stranger?
No, okay. Yes, no, I can also see it, yes, but...
Like very slightly.
No, basically it's currently just a house with 2 windows and with which is also a bottle on the top.
And the school.
And it's also a skull at the same time, so it's hard to get an icon down for the game to represent a dark market. So if you have any suggestions how you would say a dark market. So basically after a long fight, this was the result. We had a lot of stuff. Yes, James?
You can try showcasing like a GeForce 3080. It's currently hot on the dark market.
But it has to be recognizable. Yes?
I think the problem is also, I mean, on the mobile phone it will be a small thing, and I guess this logo, this icon will be too small to, at least I wouldn't recognize it what it is at the moment. So maybe an easier, simple you get into like, okay, it's market and yeah.
Yeah, the issue with mobile market, with the mobile market is if you look at all the icons that you have on your mobile phone, they are very simple. So they have basically 1 or 2 colors and maybe one small thing like the Twitter bird or for Instagram it's just the camera or something like this. And you have to keep it as simple as possible, and you can add too much detail because this detail will not be visible. So therefore it's hard to get a small icon done which is recognizable and also which is tied to a dark market.
Maybe just a market stand?
What is a market stand is...
We can talk about it later.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Just saying, a tip I got, I don't remember which conference it was, but if you look at all the top games, it's always a face or a
Mhm.
person, even if it has nothing to do with the actual game, because the faces like just sells better in the market store, even if it has nothing to do with the game.
Exactly, and this is why this thing is recognizable as a face, because the skull, it says if you see it, there are two eyes, a mouth, and you can also say it's a little head or something like this, but you can recognize it as a face without being an actual face. So this is what we have also counted in. Yes?
But the thing why faces work is that people are empathetic and they get emotions from that. So even if you have a skull, it should have like a strong emotion. For example, Death and Taxes has like this very worrying skull on it as well. So, so I'm not currently sure that this face gives.
Yeah, it should have a mischievous smile, but it's currently too small. If I would show it maybe in a big scale, then this would help with it. But yes, we will try if there is even more emotion that we can put into it. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Theo. And next we, no, I'm pressing all of them. Next we have it doesn't say your name, Dorian. It only says your PVD.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's our new homie, Dorian, and I guess you are going to tell us who you are.
Yes, I guess so.
Good.
If I have to.
Yeah, please.
Do we need to adjust the camera?
I didn't even know it was filmed. And yeah, I hit it, but it didn't work. Yeah, so I'm Dorian, and today I'm gonna talk to you about a fog of war system that I worked on over the last week plus, but mostly the last week, for a game that I've been working on for now about a year. Currently the code name for it is Project Visionaries, but just about everything in this game at this point is like up for grabs. It's I'm just experimenting with a lot of core features and just seeing where it takes me. I'm not going to talk too much about like just the general aspects of the game, other than it's a MMORPG and it's a 2D isometric game. Maybe on some other occasion I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about, you know, some design ideas and like where the idea comes from and the team, etc. But just know that I'm like the main developer working on this, and that would be right. Okay. Oh yeah, and it's I put together a little presentation based on GIFs, James.
GIFs.
I don't know what GIFs are. Sorry. Just because like I thought it would be practical for this talk right here, just because I'm actually going to show different states of what I've done over the week, instead of having to like check out an older revision and build it and run it. The GIFs seemed like a really practical tool for this. So a little bit of context. The idea from Fog of War, from putting Fog of War into an MMORPG, comes from the moment where I had to make a decision of what do I want to do for implementing a minimap. And I was thinking, is there a way that I could do a minimap without, you know, doing like the kind of like the diamond in the corner of the screen, like you see in a lot of isometric games. And I was trying to think from first principles, and I decided, let's experiment with free zoom and see where that takes us. And so what you see here is just like some basic like test map that I'm messing with, and you can just kind of like freely zoom in and out. So started messing with that and came to the conclusion that, the obvious conclusion, I guess, that omniscience is a problem, meaning that you don't necessarily want players to see everything all the time and just get like all of the information. you want to make it a little bit more interesting than that. So my mind kind of went to RTS style fog of war. This is from Total Annihilation. It's a game that it's the first game I ever bought actually for PC that I love. Even though obviously the concept of fog of war date from earlier than that, but I really wanted to put Total Annihilation in there. And so I started I started building little by little towards that. First thing I did was progressive terrain discovery using just like line of sight, just kind of like projecting. I guess kind of like raycasting, as you could call it. It's just like trying to see. You can see on the right side of the screen. There's like I'm actually taking into account the walls and stuff to like explore progressively, not just like as an ellipse, but try to take some of the walls into account. Then this one is a little bit harder to see. It's a little too dark, but I don't know if you can see, but there's like you can see a trail here of the discovered terrain that now stays behind the ellipse. It's like I called this ambient shadows. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be called, or unit fog. But basically, the idea is you can only see the units immediately around the character, and then you can see the terrain that you've previously explored behind you. And then the third thing I did is I added some dynamic shadows. So I'm just basically like creating some polygons, again based on wall pieces, and I'm adding those to the ellipse where you're supposed to be seeing normally. And so the final result looks something like this, where I actually improved what happens with the polygons a little bit. So you can see here's a player and a wall piece. They're both like sitting inside a polygon, and the player disappears, and the wall pieces that are in the other polygon kind of go black or darkish. And I thought that was like, so I haven't really play tested this yet, but I'm kind of excited about doing that because I feel like it's going to add a lot of dynamicity to the combat, a lot of strategy. The vibe that it gives off is a lot closer to what I wanted originally, because you get the sense of exploration and potentially like surprise, like there could be a monster. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking too long. All right, I'm just about at the end. I was just going to talk about what I was going to do next, but essentially like a bunch of work to make it work on larger maps, and then some improvements to some new features to benefit from those systems at maybe a larger scale inside the game. Yeah, and then there's just a bunch of stuff I wanted to put on screen. So I was pretty much done. Any questions? Yep.
Do you plan to have like the fog of war on like all times, or will there be scenarios where it's going to be turned off or made bigger or smaller?
So yeah, I'm thinking it's definitely going to be, so there's going to be like two types of maps, some chill, like safe haven kind of town maps, where that's probably going to be turned off because there's not going to be any combat in there. This is more for like the battleground kind of maps, which is where like you go, farming and grinding and like all the good stuff the MMOs when you're like in active combat.
Follow up.
Yep.
If it's an MMO, sometimes in MMOs you have like these big gatherings with a lot of players.
Yeah.
And I can see if they would be doing it out there in the open, and you have a fog of war where you can only see those that are in your radius. It could take away from that if you thought about this.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's really the answer to your question, but the next thing that I really want to do is like start experimenting with parties where people start sharing their own line of sights. Like everybody in the same party would like basically see everybody else's line of sight, and so that would encourage you to do group play and stuff like that. And that's when you get to see more people. Basically, does that answer your question? Yeah. Cool. Yep.
So you had also some rectangles in the back of you. So are you planning to still have this, or will you make a real line of sight so that you see only to the sides and not in the back of you?
Oh, yeah, are you talking about the edge of the ellipse?
Yes,
or?
because right now sometimes you have
some shadows behind you, but you aren't supposed to see behind you anyway if your head is turning into the right direction. So why is there still a line of sight behind you?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which specific case you're talking about.
Basically, your eyes in the back of your neck currently.
Yes.
You're going for a line of sight, but you
Uh-huh.
still see behind you, which makes it like realism,
Oh,
but
you.
not realism.
Oh, okay. You mean like so you wanted to like half the ellipse or something, so you can see in the direction that the character is pointing. Yeah. I haven't really thought about it honestly. I just kind of like I don't want to restrict like the playing field too much either. So that's probably why I didn't think of that. But it's actually an interesting idea. Yep. Yep. James.
Oak is asking if there's any obscure inspirations for it in terms of genre and style.
So yeah, my go-to move when I need to implement something I don't know what to do is I kind of think of Diablo 2 first. So like the goth dark thing is something that kind of hits home. And another strong inspiration, because we're probably going to try to go post-apocalyptic in some way, shape, or form, is definitely the early Fallout games.
He says, nice.
Thank you. Yep.
With polygonal line of sight, how are you handling performance with potentially hundreds of shadow clusters?
Yeah, so right now not too well actually, but I don't know if I actually left that on that slide or not. But yeah, like I'm planning on merging the polygons before like testing the tiles, and or simplifying even earlier in the pipeline where instead of casting for like individual tiles, I'm gonna like group up, logical groups of walls and then casting the size of that.
Sweet. I've looked into that myself, so
All right.
hit me up.
Okay, will do. Anybody else? Yep.
How far are you in the process? Like, when did you start, and when do you think you will be finished with it?
So the finish, I have no idea. The start was approximately a year ago, but it's been like 6 to 8 months of like real full-time work for me. I've got some help from especially for the art, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to answer the rest of that question another time. It's just gonna take too long. Oh, sorry. I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Oops.
Whoa! Okay. Christmas is ruined.
It's James' fault. You didn't cable it. I can't see anything.
Okay. Well,
Yes, that was the last speaker.
No, we have Matei left and we need the screen.
Can't.
It's better.
Sorry, Matei.
No, we need
See you
to
next
see.
week.
Don't switch.
Slow down. I blame the squad.
Well, what is Matei showing? Did he send a video? Yes, this video. So now now it's Matei's turn, and we are gonna watch this video. And I will turn off the mic while we're watching.
Hello, friends. Look, here's my hometown. We live in this valley down there. I think house is somewhere behind there. Yeah, it's quite cool. This is I love this bridge over here, and I was also up on this mountain. One of the first things I got here, and we have trains. Isn't that cool? All right, let's get on with this update. More pixel art document for the Indie Quest coming up.
The first of the pixel art documents is actually now finished. If you go to the IndieQuest Discord down in the learning materials, in the art section, you'll find pixel art from observation. And that's because I decided to split it into two documents. One will be if you draw from observation, from references, and the other one will be drawing from imagination when you're just doing construction. So, pixel art from observation now is finished. I've already shown you most of the stuff in the last updates. I did add some extra stuff along the way. For example, before mission 4, there's a time lapse you can watch of somebody doing a similar artwork to this, and similarly before you do mission 7, down in at the end of the cluster section, I also put in more time lapses that you can watch of different artists, different approaches of how to do this kind of stuff. There's also the mission 7 time lapse, so you can see the time lapse of this piece with my commentary if you missed it at last SGDC. So this is where we left off last time, and now the final skill increase section that I was working on. So here you will be exploring the things, the art styles that really make pixel art what it is, and the kind of things that you would be able to really create artworks that look like you, that you've done something different, not just copy a reference straight up. So you will read about things that you might or might not use, such as dithering and different outline styles. And there are some more cleanup things to consider as you're doing instead of just jaggies. So there's this banding thing happening when the clusters are aligning, so you can read about that. And then here it is. The final mission is to stylize a reference. You can use very kind of hardcore limitations. So for example, here this image is done to match the ZX Spectrum hardware. I wanted to do a loading screen for this software. So you can see I changed the proportions, the colors are completely different. There's these hardcore limitations. Only 2 colors can be at any point in an 8x8 square. So I do a lot of these kind of artworks because I love this computer. And there's plenty of other examples. A lot of people like my interpretation of this artwork from Martin L. In the NES palette and different aspect ratio. Here's an artist that I like, Todd, and I made this into a more stylized version of a character with line art, because it's sort of like to imitate its comic book style. Here's another ZX Spectrum conversion, and then with a more modern hardware with more colors. Another example would be to go really low resolution. This is the triptych I was doing of different color schemes. Self-portrait in 6 shades. Yeah, pretty much you could do whatever. This one is a very straight up copy, but it was a black and white reference, so I had to kind of invent my own colors. Here I was imitating etching, because the original was done by real etching, and so I wanted to see how dithering and stylized dithering can imitate that in pixel art. Here I went with perfect main diagonals with 1:2 ratio here, so that it's very pixel arty, even though, you know, it strays from the reference. And then this is also some of my things that I really like to do, is this freehand hatching. It's not really that hardcore pixel art. There's no cleanup involved. It's just very expressive. And then here the final example is same thing, but done from real life. There's no reference because I was actually sitting there. This is behind my grandma's house and just painting what I think I see. So yeah, here's just a few examples of how you might, now this is the end. You should be creating your own pixel art, something that really tells the story of your personality. I don't know, something. Be an artist. There you go. That's mission 8 and the end of drawing from observation.
All right, everybody, that's it for today. I was working on some more cool stuff, but it's more of a hush thing of off-stream kind of a thing. So since I can't be there, you'll also have to wait for that one to see when it's all ready. All right, have a good time. I will see you next time. Enjoy the end of the week. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you for the update, Matej. It's always nice to see. And if anyone has questions, yes?
What's your favorite fruit?
James is asking what's Matej's favorite fruit. I will see what he answers in the chat.
5 minutes later.
No more fruit.
No more fruit?
So now,
what?
Does that mean that he hates fruit now?
His favorite animal.
What's your least favorite fruit?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you started the other questions. Matej will answer in the chat
All
if there's...
fruit.
All fruit? No.
In all caps.
Yeah, I saw it. You don't have to shout. Matej. Okay. I guess that's it. Yeah. Thank you. Well, yeah, we have some offline presentations, but they are only for people in the house, so we will say goodbye to the stream. I guess if there is no surprises here. No. Okay. Bye.
I did not shit my